Hee hee. Guys, so today we are going to unveiling the enigma of Antarctica. This is a land of superlatives, the coldest, driest, and highest continent on Earth. It is a realm of ice and snow, stretching over 14 million square kilometers, a vast white wilderness that holds 90% of the world's ice. For centuries, it remained a phantom, a whisper on the maps of cartographers, a terra australis incognita. Even now, in our age of satellites and exploration, it remains a continent of profound mystery, guarding its secrets beneath a colossal sheet of ice, kilometers thick in places. Its isolation has preserved not only a unique and fragile ecosystem, but also countless enigmas that continue to baffle and intrigue scientists and adventurers alike. From the fiery heart of its active volcanoes to the crushing, silent depths of its subglacial lakes, Antarctica presents a series of paradoxes. It is a desert of ice, a place of stunning beauty and brutal hostility. The stories held within this frozen landscape are as dramatic as any on Earth. Tales of heroic exploration, strange natural phenomena, and whispers of secrets hidden from the world. It is a laboratory for our planet's past and a barometer for its future, where the very building blocks of life are tested against the most extreme conditions imaginable. The questions it poses are fundamental, touching on the origins of life, the stability of our climate, and perhaps even our place in the universe. Join me now as we embark on a journey to this remote and captivating continent. We will travel across its windswept plateaus, delve into its icy waters, and peer into its hidden history. We will explore the science, the legends, and the unanswered questions that make Antarctica one of the most compelling places on our planet. Together, we will attempt to lift the veil on some of its most enduring mysteries, from geological wonders to unsettling historical accounts. I hope you enjoy it. Let's begin. In the midst of this immense frozen expanse, a pillar of fire challenges the dominion of ice. This is Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on our planet, a sentinel of fire standing nearly 4,000 meters tall on Ross Island. It constantly breathes a plume of gas and steam into the frigid air, a stark reminder of the powerful geological forces churning far beneath the continent's icy crust. For over 1 million years, this magnificent stratovolcano has been active, a geological anomaly in a land defined by cold. Its summit crater holds one of the world's few persistent, long-lived lava lakes, a cauldron of molten rock simmering at over 1,000 degrees Celsius. This is a window into the very heart of our world, glowing defiantly against the perpetual twilight of the polar winter. The existence of this lava lake is a profound puzzle. How does it maintain such a stable, superheated state in the coldest environment on Earth? The heat required is immense, and its source, deep within the Earth's mantle, remains a subject of intense scientific debate. But Mount Erebus holds another, more glittering secret. Its volcanic gases are laden with tiny, perfectly formed crystals of gold. Each day, it is estimated that the volcano spews out around 80 grams of this precious metal, dusting the surrounding snow with a faint, almost invisible golden shimmer. The mechanism for this extraordinary phenomenon, this alchemy of fire and ice, is one of Antarctica's most dazzling and unsolved mysteries, a treasure scattered across the frozen wastes. Surrounding the continent is an ocean unlike any other on Earth. The Southern Ocean is not defined by the land masses that contain it, but by its own powerful current, the Antarctic Circumpolar Current, the largest on the planet. This colossal, swirling body of water acts as a great engine, connecting the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans and driving global climate patterns. It absorbs vast amounts of heat and carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, acting as a critical buffer against the pace of climate change. For millennia, its frigid, nutrient-rich waters have supported a unique and abundant web of life, from the smallest krill to the great whales. Its health is inextricably linked to the health of the entire global ecosystem. But this vital planetary engine is showing signs of strain. Recent studies have revealed that the Southern Ocean is warming at an alarming rate, faster than the global average. The deep, ancient waters, once thought to be insulated from surface changes, are now absorbing significant heat. The full consequences of this warming are still terrifyingly uncertain. Will it disrupt the Great Ocean Conveyor Belt? How will it affect the stability of Antarctica's massive ice shelves, which are being eaten away from below by these warmer waters? The Southern Ocean, which has for so long protected us, may be reaching its limit, and the mystery of its future impact represents one of the most urgent questions facing humanity. The history of Antarctica is written not only in ice cores and rock strata, but also in the poignant stories of those who dared to challenge its dominion. It is a history haunted by ghosts. Many explorers who ventured into this unforgiving landscape never returned, their final moments and resting places swallowed by the ice. The heroic age of exploration is filled with tales of endurance and tragedy, but some mysteries remain unsolved. The fate of the Spanish warship, the San Telmo, is one such enigma. In 1819, it was blown off course by violent storms in Drake Passage and vanished with 644 men aboard. Fragments of wreckage believed to be from the ship were later found by sealers on Livingston Island, suggesting some may have survived the wreck, only to perish in the brutal environment. Their stories are lost to time, but they are not the only phantoms here. In 1969, a group of Chilean scientists working on King George Island made a startling discovery. They found the remains of a young woman, partially preserved by the cold. Forensic analysis suggested she was not one of the known explorers or station personnel. Her identity, how she came to be there, and the circumstances of her death remain a complete mystery. She is an anonymous soul in a land of ghosts, a symbol of the continent's power to claim and conceal. These lost individuals, from the crew of the San Telmo to the unknown woman, remind us that for all our modern technology, Antarctica still holds the power of life and death, and it does not give up its secrets easily. In one of the most surprising paradoxes of this ice-covered continent, there exists a series of valleys where snow and ice are almost entirely absent. These are the McMurdo Dry Valleys, and yeah, they're actually one of the most extreme deserts on the planet. Here, fierce katabatic winds, flowing down from the polar plateau, heat up and evaporate all moisture, scouring the landscape bare. The result is a stark, desolate terrain of gravel and exposed bedrock that, honestly, has not seen rain for millions of years. It's a landscape so alien, so devoid of the familiar signs of life, that it's often compared to the surface of Mars. The similarity is so striking that NASA actually uses these valleys to test equipment and develop strategies for future missions to the Red Planet. Beneath the barren surface, however, life clings on in some pretty remarkable ways. Unique communities of microorganisms, including bacteria and fungi, thrive within the shelter of the rocks themselves, just kind of hanging on in a state of suspended animation for much of the year. These endolithic ecosystems are a crucial area of study, offering clues as to how life might survive in the harsh environments of other planets. The valleys also hold an invaluable climate record. Their frozen, mummified seals and ancient ice-entombed glaciers provide a pristine library of Earth's past atmospheric conditions. The McMurdo Dry Valleys are a place of profound scientific importance, a natural laboratory where we can study our own planet's history and at the same time, reach for the stars. In the heart of the Antarctic winter, when the sea ice surrounding the continent should be at its thickest and most extensive, a strange and mysterious phenomenon can occur. A vast, gaping hole of open water can appear seemingly from nowhere. This is a polynya, but honestly, it's on a scale that just defies easy explanation. In the 1970s, satellites first observed an enormous opening in the ice of the Weddell Sea, an area the size of New Zealand, which persisted for 3 consecutive winters before vanishing as mysteriously as it had appeared. For nearly 40 years, this giant hole, known as the Weddell Sea Polynya, was relegated to the history books, a scientific curiosity that puzzled oceanographers and climatologists. Then, in 2016 and 2017, it came back. A massive opening once again appeared in the winter sea ice, baffling the scientific community. The formation of these polynyas is thought to be driven by a process of deep ocean convection, where warmer, saltier water from the depths is forced upwards, melting the ice from below. However, the precise triggers for this process and the reasons for its 40-year absence and sudden reappearance are not fully understood. Is it a cyclical, natural phenomenon, or is it a new and worrying sign of changes in ocean circulation driven by a warming climate? The Great Hole in the Ice remains a stark and dramatic puzzle, a window into the powerful and hidden dynamics of the polar ocean. The continent's history is not solely one of science and exploration. It's also touched by the dark ambitions of the 20th century. In late 1938, as the world teetered on the brink of war, Nazi Germany launched a secretive and well-equipped expedition to Antarctica. Under the guise of securing a new whaling station to reduce Germany's reliance on foreign fats and oils, the aircraft carrier Schwabenland set sail for the coast of Queen Maud Land. Upon arrival, 2 Dornier flying boats were catapulted from the ship, conducting an extensive aerial survey of a vast, unexplored territory. Over an area of some 600,000 square kilometers, they dropped thousands of metal darts emblazoned with the swastika, laying a symbolic claim to the land they named Neuschwabenland, or New Swabia. The official purpose of the expedition was economic, yet the sheer scale, secrecy, and military involvement have fueled decades of speculation and conspiracy theories. Why invest such resources in a barren wasteland on the eve of a global conflict? Some theories suggest the Nazis were searching for a hidden temperate oasis, or perhaps for mineral resources vital to the war effort. More outlandish claims, which still persist to this day, speak of a secret military base, a final refuge for the Nazi leadership, known as Base 211. While there's no credible evidence to support these wilder stories, the true, complete motives behind the Third Reich's Antarctic ambitions remain shrouded in the fog of history, a chilling footnote in the continent's chronicles. In a place this remote and, otherworldly, it's maybe no surprise that stories of strange encounters and unidentified phenomena abound. Antarctica has actually become a bit of a hotspot for UFO sightings and tales of mysterious aerial craft that just defy conventional explanation. Over the years, personnel at various research stations, as well as visiting ships and aircraft, have reported seeing unusual lights and objects in the sky, moving with speeds and maneuverability way beyond any known technology. In 2007, for instance, a group of Japanese and Chilean scientists allegedly filmed a fast-moving object over the continent, a story that really captured the public imagination. The sheer emptiness of the sky makes any object stand out, but still, many sightings remain stubbornly unexplained. The most famous and enduring of these tales are linked to the legendary American polar explorer Admiral Richard E. Byrd. Following his massive post-war military expedition, Operation High Jump, in 1946-47, rumors began to circulate about a secret diary. In this alleged journal, Byrd describes a startling encounter with advanced aircraft and a journey into a hidden subterranean world. While the authenticity of this diary is, widely disputed and considered a hoax, the story has woven itself into the fabric of Antarctic lore. So whether these accounts are just misidentified natural phenomena, secret military prototypes being tested in the isolated airspace, or something else entirely, the mystery of strange visitors in the Antarctic sky persists, adding a layer of high-tech intrigue to the frozen continent. For a long time, Antarctica was thought to be a sterile continent, its life confined to the hardy penguins and seals on its coasts. But as we have probed deeper, we have discovered a world teeming with strange and wonderful organisms, life forms that have adapted to the extreme cold and darkness in ways we are only beginning to understand. In the deep, frigid waters of the Ross Sea, scientists have found the ocellated icefish, a creature with ghostly transparent skin and milky white blood. It has no red blood cells and no hemoglobin to carry oxygen. Instead, it absorbs oxygen directly from the super-chilled water through its skin. It is a remarkable evolutionary adaptation, a true ghost of the deep. The discoveries are not limited to the living. In a small, unassuming puddle, researchers found something truly ancient. the fossilized sperm of a 50-million-year-old clytolate worm, perfectly preserved in the wall of its cocoon. This is the oldest animal sperm ever discovered, a microscopic time capsule from a warmer, greener Antarctica. Each new expedition that drills through the ice or sends a submersible into the abyss brings the potential for new discoveries. We have found giant sea spiders, colossal squid, and entire ecosystems thriving around hydrothermal vents. The Great Ice Sheet, which covers 98% of the continent, remains almost entirely unexplored beneath its surface, holding the potential for a vast, hidden biosphere of undiscovered organisms. Buried beneath kilometers of solid ice hidden from the sun for millions of years lies one of Antarctica's greatest secrets, a vast network of more than 400 subglacial lakes. These are not frozen solid, but are vast bodies of liquid water, kept from freezing by the immense pressure of the ice above and the subtle geothermal heat from the earth below. The largest of these, Lake Vostok, is one of the biggest lakes on the planet, a dark, silent world that has been isolated from the rest of the biosphere for up to 25 million years. This immense timescale raises one of the most exciting questions in modern science. Could life exist there, having evolved in complete isolation? It is a tantalizing prospect, a truly alien ecosystem on our own planet. While drilling into Lake Vostok is a monumental challenge, other more accessible lakes offer clues. Deep Lake, a coastal hypersaline lake, is so salty that it remains liquid even at temperatures of minus 20 degrees Celsius. It is home to a unique community of microbes, extremophiles, that have adapted to this incredibly harsh, salty, and cold environment. Each of these lakes, from the coastal saline ponds to the great subglacial oceans, is a self-contained world with its own unique chemistry and potentially its own unique biology. They are time capsules, preserving ancient water and potentially ancient life, holding the key to understanding how life can endure in the most extreme corners of our solar system. Today, we see Antarctica as a continent of ice, but it was not always so. The geological record tells a very different story. Around 90 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period, this landmass was a temperate, swampy rainforest, teeming with plant life and dinosaurs. In 2020, a remarkable discovery was made from a sediment core drilled from the seabed off West Antarctica. It contained perfectly preserved fossilized forest soil, complete with ancient pollen, spores, and a dense network of plant root systems. This was the first direct evidence of a temperate rainforest thriving just 900 kilometers from the South Pole, a world so different from today that it is difficult to imagine. This knowledge of a once green Antarctica has given rise to more speculative and controversial theories. Could a sophisticated society have existed here, either before the ice came, or perhaps finding refuge in geothermally warmed areas as the continent froze? Proponents of these ideas point to strange geometric shapes seen in satellite imagery and the infamous Peary Race map of 1513, which some claim accurately depicts an ice-free Antarctic coastline. While mainstream science dismisses these as misinterpretations and myths, the notion of a lost civilization beneath the ice continues to captivate the public imagination. The fossilized rainforest is a fact. A lost city remains a fantasy, yet it speaks to the continent's power to inspire wonder about the deepest parts of our planet's history. Our journey across the Great White Continent comes to an end, but the mysteries of Antarctica endure. We have peered into its fiery volcanic heart, sailed its powerful ocean, and walked its alien valleys. We have listened for the whispers of its ghosts and searched its skies for strange visitors. From the potential for life in its hidden lakes to the certainty of its ancient forested past, Antarctica is a continent that constantly challenges our understanding of the world. It is a place of science and of legend, a pristine wilderness that holds both the story of our planet's deep past and critical warnings for our collective future. The more we learn, the more we realize how much is still left to discover. The ice is a great keeper of secrets, and it does not yield them easily. Each answer it gives us seems to lead to a dozen new questions, each more profound than the last. The future of exploration here will push the boundaries of technology and human endurance as we drill deeper, dive further, and look closer at this last great wilderness. The discoveries that await us will undoubtedly reshape our knowledge of geology, biology, and climate science. The enigmas of Antarctica are not just curiosities. They are fundamental puzzles about the nature of our planet and the tenacity of life itself. What's your favorite Antarctica mystery? Share your thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. The preservation of this unique continent is a responsibility we all share, for its fate is intertwined with our own. By continuing to study and protect it, we not only uncover its secrets but also learn more about how to safeguard our own world. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more journeys into the fascinating world of science and discovery. Safe planet and yourself.